Hello, welcome to Sound Bites. I'm your host, Holly Whitfield from the Daily Memphian. I am here with part 2 of our episode with Justin Fox Burks and Amy Lawrence, food photographers, cookbook authors, sometimes known as Chubby Vegetarian, all of which they create as husband and wife team. Welcome again, Amy and Justin.
Hello.
Hey,
thanks for having us.
People who are listening, if you've stumbled across this podcast in the vast array of the internet, no, this is Sound Bites. It is the Daily Memphian's weekly food, drink, and dining podcast. I'm being laughed at. At first I was nice, but now I'm mean. Okay. Sound Bites is a part of our free podcast series at the Daily Memphian.
Wait a minute, it's free?
It's free.
Do I have to sign up for anything?
You don't even have to sign up for anything.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is
How
amazing.
do I get to it?
Well, you can just go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, where everyone already is already.
So any podcasting platform?
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh. Then you just go there.
And just hit play. YouTube, it's on YouTube. People use that and just hit play, and then you can hear me be ominous and weird in every intro.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It's really fun. We talk to really fun people from the food and restaurant world of Memphis pretty much every week of the year. And if you go to dailymemphian.com, you can also listen to it for free without a subscription.
Listen to that.
Or even putting in your email address.
Why do you make it so easy?
Because I love you. I love you
go.
all. That's why. And I'm really passionate about talking to our guests who always become our friends. How about that?
Love that. But we were already friends.
We were already friends. And it's always fun to talk to people that I've known for years. We don't know how we met, but we love each other. And it's always fun to meet new people that I haven't got to meet yet. And then everyone can just listen to our weird conversations. So let's continue that.
Well, thanks for including us in your weird conversations.
Thank you for helping me with the plug.
Yeah. Hey, anything I can do to help.
It was much more effective that way than me just trying to tell the story of free podcast listening. Okay, you can hear new episodes, like we said, on all the podcast apps. You can also hear them on WYXI Radio Thursdays at 11. In part 1 of this episode with Amy and Justin, we talk about the superhero origin story of the Chubby Vegetarian. We talk about where to find plant-forward food in Memphis. They give some really great specific recommendations, which we always like to include on Sound Bites. We talked about how things have sort of changed in Memphis in the vegetarian scene. And, of course, we talk about Carrot Gate. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to go back and listen to part 1. We have a lot more to talk about today. We are going to talk about what these guys are doing at home. They have an amazing home setup for gardening and cooking and outdoor kitchens and pizzas. And I have a lot of problems with my herb garden, and Amy's going to help me right here. There's also the 3 kitchen problem, and we're also going to talk about a little bit about food scarcity, feeding our friends, and what Justin and Amy are really focusing on these days. I think I've given us a pretty good outline. So let's start with gardening, though. Amy, what's your setup?
Okay, so I have 4 raised beds in my front yard.
Yes. That's how I know where you live.
Yes, exactly. They one of them has herbs in it right now that I'm trying to overwinter.
Brave.
Yes, I know. And the other 3, I need to put something in them. But January, February is a little bit rough. But sometimes I try with like seeds or greens or something like that. We've got a couple of peach trees in the front. We have 3 fig trees now in the front. I grow blackberries really well. Trying to grow strawberries at home. I have a raspberry plant. I have some blueberry plants.
We have an olive tree.
Yeah, we have an olive tree that Justin gave me.
That started as a prop.
Yeah.
And
you brought it home for me.
For an Italian food shoot. And Amy planted it and has kept it alive for a couple of years.
Like an olive tree that grows olives?
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Because I have some fragrant olive tree. I think that's a different kind of tree.
I don't
Mine's
know.
not meant to bear fruit.
Well, this
Mine's supposed to, but we'll see.
Little nubs. Okay.
Yeah. So the promise of olives, but not quite an olive yet.
Aspirational olives.
Aspirational olive tree.
I love that.
Yes.
But that's the next blog.
I know, seriously. I do try to grow everything. And we had Caraflex cabbage. Where do we get that? At the Cooper Young Market.
Ridge.
Falcon Ridge.
What's Caraflex?
It is beautiful. We just had it this week. We went to the market on Saturday.
So imagine
it's like
cabbage.
a cone.
Yes,
It's
a cabbage
small.
cone.
And we made it exactly like they told us. Like Falcon Ridge told us how to do it.
And it was delicious. We had it with some apples and onions and potatoes.
And not chops, pork chops and gravy, but they were made of tempeh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
plant-based pork chops.
Yeah.
So I'll try
Sounds
things
amazing.
like that at the market because, there's really cool stuff. Mizuna, I want to try from your friend at Works Urban Farms.
So she'll find something she likes and then grow it.
Yeah,
And
I'll try it and then I'll be like, oh, okay, let's see if I can do this. So I have asparagus growing. It comes back every year.
That's
so during
impressive.
the growing season,
Yeah.
my goal is to have something that we grew in every dish. Whether it's, it could be as simple as, the basil that she's growing, but she grows like 5 kinds of basil.
Yes.
It's ridiculously awesome.
I love having every herb that you could think of.
Every herb. We have everything from like curry plant to rosemary and tons
all kinds of sage.
thyme. That's my favorite.
Yes.
And she has like 3 kinds of thyme in the garden. So what happened was we had these 2 huge oak trees and a big magnolia tree, and they started causing problems. Like holes in our roof. They were dropping limbs, and they were over 100 years old, and we hated to lose them. But when we took them out, we vowed to replace those trees with fruit trees. So that's we have the 3 figs and
4 now.
4 figs. We keep getting trees, and I'm not sure where they're going to go. But
I planted like 10 trees too last month.
It's like.
Is now the time to plant the tree?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got them
right.
from Arbor Day Foundation, so I planted more trees.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, because I'm always like, okay, well, like we can try it. This is not permanent. We'll see how it does, or we can move it. And
I think that's really an attitude that's so necessary in growing plants, though, because I've had like a fear of even growing house plants because like it would die and I would like feel like a failure. And it was like, we're talking in part 1 about things being so precious, and it's like just. It's a bummer, but like, just try it.
Yeah.
I like the way you're talking about it. Like, just see if it grows. If it doesn't grow, we'll try it again, or we won't.
Different.
Try something else.
Oh, the best thing that I did last year in the garden is just got a packet of wildflower seeds from the dollar store and, put some here, put some there. And they really just did well. They're all going to come, like not all, but like a lot of them are going to come back. And I'm trying to do more with native plants.
Yes.
My neighbor gave me a pawpaw tree, and I visited Midtown Bramble for their native plant sale, and they got me set up with, stuff that's going to like be really pretty.
Yes.
Since she does such great flowers, so she kind of helped me out there.
You got some milkweed. You doing the pollinator thing, or is that still on the list?
Yes, I tried to do milkweed last year because a lot of my neighbors have it too, but my seeds didn't take. So I think I'm going to have to buy a plant. But I really like Dan West. Always has really good stuff. I also like what's the one I like on Flickr Street?
Oh, yeah.
Urban Earth.
Urban Earth.
I like Urban Earth too.
And one of the things we really like to encourage people to do is, so we've put our garden right by the street. We call it the setback garden. So it's in between the street and the sidewalk.
Yes.
There's this little strip of grass, and everybody has it. And, if you have a house, you have that little, if you have a sidewalk, some of the fancy
You gotta have a
neighborhoods
sidewalk.
don't have a sidewalk.
Yeah,
We don't allow walking
sidewalk.
here.
That's right.
Yes.
Stay in your house
Sidewalk is a
or get in your
must-have.
car. No walking. But in our little working class neighborhood, we've got the sidewalk and then the little setback, and there is a lot of sunlight there because there's no trees in the street, of course, and usually no trees growing on the sidewalk. So that is just kind of the one area where people will have enough sunlight to grow whatever they want. And if you just stand on your street and you look all the way down the street, you will see how much actual usable farmland there is. But, we're not growing like we used to grow a lot of vegetables. But now just subsistence gardening with a couple of raised beds right there and a couple of fruit trees.
And things kind of dotted in the flower beds as well.
That's right. We have asparagus in the flower
Yeah.
beds.
I did I think it was not this past summer, but the summer before, attain my lifelong goal of getting yard of the month. And I was so thrilled.
I can't believe it took that long.
Oh my gosh, it took 20 years and I finally made it. But I was so excited too.
I am never going to get that. I'm so happy for you.
You never know. Well, okay, I'll tell you the tricks for your
You have
herbs.
to pay people off.
I know. You have to work for 20 years. He sees how hard I work out there. I was working out there yesterday for 3 hours and he's like, oh, he'll help me and he'll do stuff that I need him to do. But I like being outside.
She's our yard guy. I mean, honestly,
being outside.
But it's like your time to think.
If anything happens or something happened in our neighborhood and my neighbor across the street was like, came and knocked on my door and was like, you're always outside. Did you see this happen? So, because I am. I love being outside.
She will definitely get caught up outside. But when she got yard of the month, who answers their door when you're not expecting anybody? Nobody does.
No, I'm hiding.
This is the South. You call me if you're coming over.
Text.
Text. Let me know. So we get this bang on the door, and then
they left us
for
a note.
while, and then goes away and comes back, bangs on the door, and then we.
He wanted to tell me the news in person.
And we had a note. He's basically like, I just wanted to tell you I got yard of the month.
Who decides this? Like, what govening body is over there?
I think the neighborhood association.
Yeah, the Colonial Acres Neighborhood Association, and we were proud that it was our food garden that that was.
Yeah, he wanted to know like all the stuff that we like had in the flower beds growing and the stuff out front. He wanted to know the story of that. But here's the trick. Okay, for your herbs, are they in a sunny spot?
Yes, so sunny.
Okay, that's good.
I was like, I think this is too sunny.
Okay. It might be for some herbs. It might be for some.
Yeah.
Did you choose the soil? Are they in the ground? Are they in a pot? Are they in a raised bed?
They're in a pot.
Okay, that's good.
Mostly in bigger pots.
Yeah.
In some sort of basic soil.
Okay.
Not like from the ground, but like from a garden.
Yeah. You got to get the right soil. Like I get raised bed soil or like in-ground soil depending on, what I'm planting because I'm in the process of cardboarding over some of the grass and making like more flower beds now.
Yes.
So it sounds good. Sounds good so far. The thing that's helped me a lot is I do my own compost, like in a what's it called? You got it for
tumbler?
me. Yeah, in a tumbler.
Tumbler.
Mm-hmm. So I work on that and that helps. But, basically it's only ready like once a year.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, not maybe for everybody. But Compost Fairy, that really jump-started my garden when I got some compost from them.
Oh, and worm casting.
Yes. And so when you're planting your herbs or even just like digging in a little bit around them, worm compost, worm castings, you can get it pretty much anywhere. That they have garden stuff.
That, Amy?
I'm taking notes. Is it like worm waste?
Yeah, the worms make it for you.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a nice way to say it.
Yeah, that and then putting a little
worms.
Osmocote for vegetables and herbs and everything.
Yeah, okay.
It's like little yellow pellets. That really gives them a good start. I do coffee grounds. Justin makes the best coffee. And so we save the coffee grounds and I'll kind of put that around in the garden, especially things like hydrangeas, like coffee and azaleas and blueberries. And then eggshells. Justin doesn't eat eggs. I do. And so I rinse my eggshells, bake them, get them nice and crispy and sanitized and break them up. And then you can put that around your plants too. But
I did not do anything with any kind of fertilizing. I was like, I'm going to put these in this pot. I'm going to put them in the sun.
Yeah.
And I think, do you think that last year's spring and summer,
it was rough.
It was rough.
It
right?
was really
it's
rough.
Not just me. I felt like
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people right now that are starting to, maybe not a lot of people, but there's a growing number of people that are starting to kind of do a mini homestead situation. We're doing a native garden. Or I knew so many people that I'm doing tomatoes for the first time. And it did not go well. We had no rain for a million days.
It's too
it was
hot.
a terrible year for tomatoes last year.
Okay. So I'm not making it up.
It's not you.
Okay.
Even the little tomatoes that are, produce a lot usually.
No.
I was really struggling. Even okra. I'm used to having more than I need and being able to donate some.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have much of that. So last year it was so hot It was really, really rough.
It was like
but
we had
it happens
rain
like that.
for weeks, and then it was just blistering heat and no rain.
This
And
is
I was
like-
in and out of town, and so they were not.
It's like garden therapy. It's not you, Holly.
It's not. Thanks.
It's not you.
Well,
it was.
yeah.
It was
If you
the
don't have cooler
environment.
nights, it really stunts the tomatoes,
Yeah.
and it's really it's not good.
Okay, I'm feeling more optimistic about this year.
Yeah.
And like also one thing I did was at some point I was like, I just can't water them enough. I'm gone all the time. So I like put them under the garage where they were getting like less sun.
Yeah.
But still a lot of sun.
Yeah.
I think my back patio is just sort of
So
a
full
mini
sun
desert.
is more
Get your
sun
friend-
than
get
you
your
think.
friend to
Full
watch.
sun
Yeah.
is like 8 hours of sun,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
what
kind of a
most
lot
herbs
sometimes.
are gonna thrive in, like full
Yeah.
sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on the
um,
herb.
When
But,
it's in a pot, you do want to water them more often.
more often.
Yeah.
Okay.
because that clay is aspirating.
Yes.
and
She
so the-
dry. Yeah.
There you go. That's
Uh-huh.
right. You got it. And so yeah, just keep it watered and keep it in the sun. And if it gets anywhere near freezing, throw a sheet over it.
Yeah, we do. We do
Throw a
that.
sheet over it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. I'm not hauling all these babies.
But you
In and out.
may not want to be like me because I'm like very like intense and obsessive about this stuff. But I do try to like keep my things alive. Like my friend got herself and then got me a rosemary tree around the holidays, and I'm keeping that tree alive. I'm going to plant
That
that
tree's
tree
been
in
in
my
and
garden.
out of our house more.
Yes,
than,
I bring it in when it's cold, and it's just in a pot. But come spring, when it's time, I'm going to plant it. So I really like.
I'm just going to take this as inspiration and then do my best.
Yeah,
And whatever
that's all you
happens,
can do. Yeah.
happens. But you were talking about how, in years past with your garden, you were able to grow enough to donate. And this is something we were talking about before we started recording. But I really wanted to give you all a chance to say, like, the passion that you have now with your food creation, your food stuff is addressing like a big problem that we have in Memphis with the donating food, making food for the community. For
food
just-
deserts.
Tell us about
There's
it.
a ton of food insecurity here.
Yeah.
And we just can't stand for that. We in our studio we have a zero waste policy in our photo studio. So all the food that it's even plausible to save and to donate, we do.
Because you're doing tons of commercial food photography for
Right.
restaurants and businesses and stuff.
So
if
we can
people
show
don't
up
know.
with a couple of gallons of, barbecue sauce
Yeah.
to, let's say, the Union Mission. But what we do on a weekly basis is, because there's just two of us, and Amy jokes that I cook for 8, 6 to 8 every day.
I know, like people, please come over. Like we have dinner. Like
Yeah.
come,
Yeah.
just drop it.
It's it's a running joke in our house. It's like the two of us sit down, and it's like it's huge. We made last night we made like a southwestern chicken pasta
Yeah.
kind of thing in this enormous dish. So we'll be donating some of that later
Yes.
on. But really the thing is, normally we're trying to push a book or to get you to watch a show, but we don't really have anything right now. What we really want people to know is that community is important, and food is such an important part of our community. And we want people to know that even one person can help.
Yes.
So when
That's so important.
it is, you look at what everything's happening in the world and you say, what can I do?
That motivates me when I see, benefits lessened or taken away, or when I see, kids that aren't going to, be fed and have the stuff they need, in the summers. It makes me say, okay, well, I mean, I can't like completely fix this, but I can be a point person in my community to, make sure that people have things that they need. And I love it too.
Me
Like
too.
I can try, I made applesauce the other day and I made an applesauce cake and I'm like, okay, we're not going to.
We shared it with the people that came up with Justin Thompson and his family, and then we also took some to the fridge.
Yeah. If you go to the fridge and you see like usually it's handwritten label, sometimes typed, but I draw a heart on every label, and I tell people who we meet up there, I'm like, all right, look for that, and you'll know that it's good. You'll know that we made it.
You know that we made it. So there's this book that was very influential on me. It's called Viral Justice by Nuha Benjamin, and she talks about how what you can do to make a difference. And she says that
you can't be hopeless. You have to figure out what you can do.
And use your skills. Use your skill set. And what is our skill set? Our skill set is to cook. And so really that turned a light on for me and for Amy. And so every week we go and we cook, we label, and we bring stuff to the fridge. And if you want to know that one person can make a difference, when you go to 901 Community Fridge, there's one on Highland, there's one at First Congo, there's one in Orange Mountain, which we haven't been to. But
there's another one in Binghamton.
When we go, there's people waiting for food, like 9 times out of 10. And you meet the people in need. And
it can be couples, people who are there on their own. It could be people who are unhoused, people with kids, seniors. I mean, it's, there's a real
we had some pancakes.
Issue.
This kid was so excited.
I know. He was so sweet. So the mom's in the car, the kid jumps out and he's like, okay, what do y'all have? And so I walk him through and I'm like, this little, kind of frittata omelet thing, it has some veggies in it, has some greens. He was like, I'll try that. And so people, are excited about good food, and we're not going to donate something that we wouldn't eat that day. You know?
That's a good guideline.
It really is. And even like your friend Brandon Dill, he makes PB&J with his family and takes it right to the fridge too. And so that inspired us. So if we don't have something like in mind to make, we can always make PB&J. Justin likes to make burritos.
Yeah. Something simple that you don't need utensils for is always a good option.
And we take requests too. Like I tell people, hey, I grew this in my garden. They're like, no way. And then they're like, can you grow this? Can you grow this? I'm like, yeah, I'll bring you some of that. Like, this month when it's ready. So it's the conversations we've had and like the people that we've met there. It's amazing.
The fact that there is so much need stinks, but the fact that you can do something about it, and the more people that do something about it, the problem shrinks, right? If everyone pitches in a little bit, many hands, light lift, all that stuff.
Yes.
And so
people have asked us about it. People have messaged us about it. People have, like friends of ours have asked about how to do that, and they've followed through and done that. I know PC, I know Perry Coleman Magnus does a lot with that. And, that's something that's close to her heart. And I love to see that. And, I try, sometimes your self-doubt gets in the way and you're like, I don't want to be like performative, like, oh, look what we're doing. We're so great. But I'm showing what we do online because I want people to be interested and I want them to know how to do that. I want them to know there's a need. And if if you don't know what to do and you don't like the state of the world, that help somebody else.
Yeah. There's a 901 Community Fridges Facebook page and maybe a website, but definitely a Facebook page. I'm looking at it right now that like lists all the locations. And I know, Justin, you talked about people like you can donate to the Mid-South Food Bank and MIFA and stuff.
Absolutely.
Of course,
MIFA, Mid-South Food Bank, wherever your heart is, if there's something, we just want to encourage people to do something. And if cooking is not your thing, there's a pantry next to every fridge at 901 Community Fridge. So you could bring mac and cheese. Sometimes we'll do a photo shoot and for someone, and we'll just say, hey, let's get some food donations. If we're doing on a trade, and so we'll just we did a cell phone. A food photography class for
a fellow photographer.
And
Carrie Griffith.
Carrie Griffith. Yeah, she has the cover of Memphis Magazine this month.
Yeah, she does. It's really a nice
really
portrait.
Wonderful. And I just said, she said, what would you charge? I said, bring a big old bag of food and we'll donate that, and we'll donate that, and that'll be fine. So we're just trying to use our skills to get the word out and to help people realize that they can make a difference in solving this food crisis that we have in the city. And, can you imagine being hungry? Oh.
I can imagine it, but I can't imagine it the way that so many have to face. So, I'm going to switch gears.
All right.
Because I want to talk about your studio.
Okay.
And I want to talk about your outdoor kitchen, the three kitchen problem and all that. But let's talk about the studio. Let's start there. Okay. Tell me about your kitchens.
Well, we really have to thank our friend Walker Yulhorn and Yulhorn Brothers Construction, because they helped us, I think, with all three.
Yeah, all three of our projects. So Melissa Peterson owned the space where our studio is before. I was downtown looking for a studio space. I stopped by to see her. And I was like, this is what I'm looking for. And she said, well, I just bought a house. I said, what are you doing with this? She said, well, I'm selling it to you. So it was one of those happenstances that was just right on time. So we were able to build it out the way we wanted. It is essentially a Food Network set. So when you come into the studio, there is a soft seating, a little place to hang out and do your homework or your work.
Yes.
Type up your story if you need a spot, and then you go back to the big studio. We have all the prop closets, lighting, everything, and then everything in the kitchen we built to be forward facing. So if you've ever tried to film something in your own home kitchen, you're turning around to the
Not
stove.
yet. Yeah.
Give it time.
Yeah.
You're turning around to the stove, so your back is to the camera. Your fridge is on the other side. So everything is facing out. And so when we do have like the Blue Jean Chef in there, we've had FedEx, and we've had St. Jude. Yeah, that was a really cute segment.
We've made cake with Hilton.
That's right.
We've done a cooking lesson with Rhodes. I mean, it's opened up a lot of cool opportunities.
Yeah, and so we were able to build out that kitchen studio in the way that we dreamed it.
Yeah.
And so you can create the dish, and then we can photograph the dish all in one place. And it's just it's really been a wonderful thing for our food photography business.
Yes.
But the best thing that's happened is her coming to work with me. I did this alone or semi-alone for
an
a couple of decades.
Capacity, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I would help before, but it wasn't anything like I do now.
If you want to get something done, hire a former teacher. I'm telling you, she is just organized in the way that I'm not, and can get everything squared away. And it has been really wonderful for us. So we love our studio kitchen. It's great for, we're going to do a sunrise photo shoot coming up in there for their catering. And then at home, we have our kitchen that we got to design inside, which
all because of a leak from the dishwasher into the floor.
Our floor was ruined and everything was on the floor, so we were able to redesign that space.
Yes,
according to what we wanted. So East Memphis kitchens, can be kind of small, and we were always in the kitchen. So I wanted a little place where I can push people away from me so I can have some elbow room to do what I do. So we built a little bar in there, and it is my favorite room in the house.
Oh,
yeah.
And then
it's really open, Doug easily built us a big dining table.
12-foot table.
Yeah.
Which
nice.
We love to fill up, and a lot of times it's filled up with our various ADHD projects.
Yes. Yeah.
Our project piles, I'm going to work
I have
on
one
this.
end, you have the other end.
That's right. And
nothing wrong with that. Make it work.
And then I had the wild idea somewhere back in like 2012 to build a pizza oven outside. And so we designed and built a traditional Neapolitan live fire pizza oven, and it's
beautiful. I've seen
you.
pictures and videos.
It's so much fun to have people over and to make pizza and to talk about pizza and being plant-based, I say pizza is the great equalizer.
Yep.
Everyone loves pizza no matter what's on it. So I'll make vegan pizzas and then also some with cheese.
My favorite margarita pizza that you make.
Yes.
If I don't make a margarita pizza, there will be
there's a
live
problem.
revolt in the house.
And we're getting our house painted. And so they were starting yesterday and they spotted the pizza oven. And one of the younger guys on the crew was talking to me about it. And I said, well, we have pizza. We just made some last night. And he lit up. And I'm like, you're going to get some pizza before you go. And so I heated it up and handed him a box before they left for the day. And he was so excited.
That's
and
amazing.
I think like as soon as I like left, I saw him try the pizza. He was so excited about it. So I love doing stuff like that.
I wasn't sure
love
he would love
sharing
it
it.
because we do. I can get weird with it, you know. Like
Oh yeah, you
of
did
them was
one
like
with apples.
apples and cabbage. The was
Okay.
it Caraflex?
Yeah, with the Caraflex.
Caraflex
the
cabbage
leftover
and
Caraflex.
apples, and then what was it? Lion's mane mushroom.
Yeah, and there was one that was really spicy too. The like one with all the veggies.
Yeah. So, but
I think he liked it. We'll hear next time he comes
we'll
back.
hear about it. If it's in a pizza form, I think people will love it.
Yeah.
Pizza is like the worst pizza is pretty good.
Yeah.
And the best pizza is really good.
And we
Yeah.
did a wood-fired story for Okra Magazine and got to do some different dishes. I mean, you can cook things that aren't pizza in
You
there.
can cook things that aren't pizza in a pizza oven.
Mwah.
But
No.
why?
No. That sounds amazing. Well, it gives you so many different creative outlets.
Yes.
Yeah, and it inspires you to try more things and more things and more things because you need
Yeah.
more things to do.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
see more.
I don't have enough to do.
You don't have enough.
Well, he got the photographer's sourdough during the pandemic.
This
so
is true. Okay, so Brandon Dill. This is
Yes.
the second Brandon Dill reference. But
We don't have enough of those, really.
I know.
Brandon Dill, very talented
We'll have a.
photojournalist from Memphis. Yeah.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
One of my good friends, and so he and his wife Amanda had a sourdough starter. They gave it to Mike Brown, who gave it to me, and then we shared it with. We've shared it with more filmmakers and photographers. So it is the filmmaker and photographer's sourdough starter. For some reason, that is the circle that
Yes.
we run in, and that is the circle that our sourdough starter stays in.
Yes.
and kids like our friends' kids, like they really like sourdough too. So I mean, they're into the sourdough pizza crust.
Sourdough.
It was such a thing. It is such a thing. And I'm glad for that. It brings people so much joy. You know, my friend Allie Mounts makes bread and puts it in like a little bread stand outside of
she's
her
She's
house.
amazing.
Yeah.
She's
a good one.
I think she does some really
Talk about
stuff.
homesteading.
Well, we have written stories on this lady.
Our little house is a little homestead, but she has taken it to a whole other galaxy. It's chickens and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, y'all are not going to do the chickens though, probably.
I don't. I don't.
I
Eat
would like
eggs
to.
and I
Right.
don't eat chickens.
I lived on a farm in Mississippi, and we had chickens and stuff. So I would enjoy it, but
I feel like you're marked safe from backyard chickening
I could be.
because
I don't
of-
think Justin would
because
do
of
it.
the whole.
I could cuddle a
veg
chicken,
thing.
but I don't know. I'm probably not going to farm a chicken in any sort of way.
Right.
These chicken are pets, really.
Yeah,
in
they're
the most
beautiful.
of the
They're
situations that
Okay.
they're
Allie's
pets.
chickens are pretty,
and you can eat
too.
their eggs. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're just
I would do it.
well, you were talking about the eggshells earlier, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I get my eggs. Like, I don't buy eggs anymore. Like, enough people I know have chickens and ducks and stuff.
That's
That I
amazing.
just get.
Ducks
like,
too.
They appear. Yeah.
Well, that is a wonderful
Yeah.
thing.
I know. Aren't I virtuous?
I know, I love that.
I think people are just
do
trying
that.
to get them off their
They have
hands.
so many.
Really. Okay, we have a couple more minutes, and this is just very selfish, rapid fire. 3 tips for people taking food photos with their
Ooh.
phone.
Yes,
I have a list of myself that I have
Okay.
used, but I want to hear
So
y'all's top 3.
Absolutely. We have given this presentation to Hilton, and we've done it at Blogger Conference in Las
Cosset
Vegas.
Library. We just
Cosset
did.
Library. So here's the thing.
We just did U of M.
Oh yeah, we talked to U of
Photojournalism
M,
class on
a
this.
food journalism class, which was Pam's class. Miss Pam. Here's the thing: you want color of light, quality of light. Those are your main things.
Okay.
So if you have a window and let's say an incandescent light, those are 2 lights that are on the opposite ends of the color spectrum. You don't want that. You want one consistent color of light. Color of light. That's number 1.
I'm typing
So
it down. Yeah.
turn off any incandescent lights if you're going to use the window light, or shut your window if you're going to use the incandescent light. I definitely will recommend that if it's bright outside that you put your dish by a window.
Yes.
Pick it up, take it by a window, put that window to a 90-degree side of where you are, and then you want to use your phone on ×2. Don't use wide angle. Wide angle makes everything look terrible. all of your lines are what we call keystoning. You want your lines straight, so you're going to use a slightly telephoto lens ×2. That's what you want to do. Color of light, quality of light. Use your ×2. Use your portrait mode if you can.
Yeah.
And then you're going to take way more pictures than you think you should.
Yep.
All right. So you're going to take them from above, especially if it's something like a bibimbap bowl or something. You're going to, if for a sandwich or something, you're going to take it from the side. You want to see that strata. You want to see the lettuce, the tomato, the veggie burger, everything.
You might have to touch it and style it.
That's right. You want it to look pretty. Okay. And if you want to go over the top, you want to use some props. I'm like a little magpie when I get into a restaurant setting, and I just go and like pick up things from all over. And I will put them in the background. You want to have a foreground element, your dish, and a background element. Your background element could easily be a martini that you could then drink or something
Smart
like
one.
that.
Yeah.
Glass
Salt
of wine.
shakers, whatever.
Something to give it some interest in the back, some sort of maybe a fork, something low in the front. And that way you're building a little world that you can almost jump into, right? You want the viewer to feel like they could just pick up that fork and get into it.
Yeah.
And so that's the main thing.
What about portrait mode? Do you like portrait mode?
I do like portrait mode.
He likes to try. Yeah. You try out different things, and he's taught me to try out different things, go to different angles. If it's not working, move the dish somewhere else. And, unless you love it, you're not really finished taking the picture. You have to be like, okay, this is the one. This is good when you have that feeling.
It's a lot more effort than people think. I think people, like, especially if they're just doing it for their own social media, which is totally fine. They just like pick up their phone, they take a few pictures, and then
Sometimes,
if you're
sometimes it's tough to make it look appetizing, and sometimes there's like
it's
shiny things that aren't good,
And if you blacked out and didn't hear anything that I said, hear this. You just want to believe that you can. It's really, if you pick up your phone and you go, well, I can't take good pictures, and you just snap one picture without even really trying to compose it, that's going to be a terrible picture. Yeah. It's probably not going to be a good picture. So you have to have a little talk. You say, self,
yes,
I can do this. I can make a good picture, and I'm going to try. And so then you can think back to all the things that we talked about and give it a real go.
Yes.
And for us, it's about making vegetables look appealing, and as making vegetables look appealing and like something familiar, right? So the cover of our Chubby Vegetarian book kind of feels like salmon or steak or something like that, but that is butternut squash with chimichurri. It's wonderful. So it's all about what you want to do. It's all it's an art project. It's a little mini art project, and you can do it. You can be better at it. Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I've just watched like Bob Ross. This is great. I think that's a beautiful note to end this 2-part episode on. This is the Soundbites podcast from the Daily Memphian. I'm your host, Holly Whitfield. This has been part 2 of our episode with Amy Lawrence and Justin Fox Burks. You can tune into Soundbites on WYXO Radio Thursdays at 11. Listen, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts, dailymemphian.com. That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's it.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much.
We said lots of words.
It was great. I loved every word of it.